Thank you, sir. It's Eric Previn from Studio City, and I'm on the Neighborhood Council in Studio City, but I'm speaking today on behalf of myself. Sir, the city's budget is comprised of an appropriation limit in part, and today we are setting that limit.
Hold tight, Mr. Previn.
Yeah.
Hold his time. Okay, guys, when you leave, could you please leave quietly? We have other business that we have to take care of, and we have to be fair to the other people as well.
Exactly, and for the record, these
Go
are
ahead,
not,
Mr. Previn.
They're not disrupting the meeting.
Mr. Previn, you want to stay on the item?
But you agree that they're not disrupting the meeting?
Mr. Previn, you want to stay on the item?
Okay, but they were yelling in the hallway, but they were not disrupting the meeting.
Mr. Previn,
I just want that clear.
You want to stay on the item?
Yes, but I don't want them
No,
banned
okay,
from
Mr.
future
Previn,
meetings. Okay, fine.
Mr. Previn.
Fair enough, but I just want to make...
No, okay, give Mr. Previn his... No, in fact, Mr. Previn, Mr. Previn, just stay on the item.
Violate anybody today, sir.
Just stay on the item.
I agree. I'm trying to stay on the item. So look, I have been an advocate for bridge housing, and I know this body has been trying diligently, and I certainly appreciate it. We all agreed at 1.3 million we would set up in various places, and we are making diligent work at that. I'm pleased to report that, sir, and I'm excited. And I saw that Mr. O'Farrell stood up and thanked all the appropriate people. I want to lend my support, but I have to raise.
So we've already voted at that item. It's not on the.
What item? I haven't mentioned an item.
Well, it certainly seems that you were on item 34, for which we've already held a public hearing and voted.
Right, but you substituted the motion, sir. Do you want to argue about it, or you want to violate the law? I say we just let me make my comment because it's on today's agenda. It was on yesterday's agenda. At the crack of dawn, it was a substitute motion, and it was some funding details that changed, and we want to make sure the state money gets. But here's my point, and I'll brief because I've got a lot of things. This has been very hard for those of us who came to speak on items because though we love presentations, let me get to it.
So
that $750,000 of the $3 million is going to city departments. That's
Previn,
a little disturbing.
It certainly seems that you were not on one of the agenda items you signed up for. Please get on one of them.
Mr. Previn, just get on the item so we don't, you're squandering your time.
File whatever the appropriate, I don't think that's necessary because the remedy is let me finish my comment. Bloomingfield
Okay,
brought
let's
it
give
up.
him his 1 minute for general public comment.
It's very hard to try to maintain, a sense of normalcy in this environment, but I'm trying. And what I would like to say is that you've scheduled a Rules Committee meeting in the morning on Friday, but then it's going to be at 8:30. It's a special meeting. And I want Angelinos to check that agenda for the Rules Committee at the City Hall, City Clerk's office. Because what's on it is a great thing. It's a campaign finance reform motion. And they want to increase the matching funds so that candidates can get money. But there's also some proposals coming through, one from me and our group, that says waive the threshold because people can't get to 25 grand. It's hard to chase a guy like O'Farrell in his district and raise money because they all know that O'Farrell's a retaliator. So they don't want to give. So let's just give some of the matching fund money, which is there's 16.1 billion in the bank, to the littler candidates right out the gate, kind of in recognition of their 500 signatures, Bonin. You know how hard it is to get 500 in-district signatures. It's hard, and the clerk does the work because they do a great job.
Thank you.
So approve that, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Previn. So